Good morning, Year 2. Welcome to your final writing lesson of the week. So this week has been more of a SPAG focus. We've been focusing more on our spelling, punctuation and grammar. So far we've looked at subordinating conjunctions, we've looked at adverbs, and now today we're looking at inverted commas. Now, inverted commas might sound like this big scary word, but another way of saying inverted commas is speech marks, which I'm sure you've heard of before. So inverted commas is just the fancy English way of saying speech marks, what we are saying. Okay, so we're going to just look at the rules around using inverted commas and then start trying to use them in sentences. Okay, so two different types of names: speech marks, like I just said, or quotation marks. It's a quote. It's the same idea. It's what you said. Okay. You need two of them. Think of it like I'm saying this. What I'm saying is in between my two speech marks, okay? Lower, please. That's what I've said, between my two speech marks. So I wouldn't put the second speech marks here at the end because the person is saying lower, please, not lower, please, I said. It's just the bit they are saying. Okay, so that's important to know. It's just the words being spoken, not the whole sentence, just the words that are being spoken. So that's rule number one. Beginning and end of the words being spoken, you need the speech marks. Doesn't matter where you are starting this speech, you have to treat it like its own sentence, okay? And every sentence needs a capital letter at the start, okay? So doesn't matter where in the story it is, you should be starting it with a capital letter. Like here, what an amazing day, okay? Always begin direct speech, it's called, when you use speech marks, with a capital letter. Right, this one is slightly trickier to remember, but it is important, okay? Like in any sentence, where you start with a capital letter and finish with a full stop, so you start with that capital letter and you end with a punctuation. Here, your speech must end with a punctuation, okay? Now, if what's being said is followed by who is saying it, so here, there are times I feel that you are a little cold, I said, you don't put a full stop because your sentence is continuing by you telling me what you're saying. You do have to put a punctuation mark, so you put a little comma. If it was the other way around and it said, I said, you'd have it like that. I said, there are many times I feel that you're a little cold. Instead of a comma at the end, you would put a full stop. Okay, so it depends on where you've put who is saying it. If who is saying it, you've put at the start of the sentence, you need to put a comma there and a full stop there. If who you're saying it is at the end of the sentence, you put a comma in the speech and a full stop at the end. Either way, you need a comma and a full stop, all right? It's just where they go. The comma should always be first and the full stop second. So if I said is first, it's followed by the comma. If I said is last, it's followed by the full stop. All right, that's quite a tricky concept. So have a go at doing both sentences. Right now, write the sentence. I'm going to do it without punctuation. We are happy, she said. So can you write that? She said, we are happy. And can you write that? We are happy, she said. Write it both ways with full punctuation. Okay, so pause the video. You've got that sentence. You need to write in two different ways. Off you go. Right, so the first way you could have done it is open your speech marks. We are happy. Put your comma inside because it's the first of my two punctuations. So it is a comma. She said, full stop. It's your second punctuation, okay? So we are happy, she said, or you could have written, she said, comma, start your speech marks, we, because I still use a capital letter because it's part of direct speech, we are happy. Put my full stop at the end, okay? So it really depends on the place you put who is saying it. Right. All right. This is your job for today. You need to create a conversation between these two people. What are they talking about? Maybe they're friends and they're wanting to play a game. Maybe they're brother and sister and they're helping each other out. Yeah, it's up to you. What I suggest is you practice the two types of sentences, and for each time someone new speaks, you start a new line. So for example, you could go, hello there, said James. I'm making up names. You can use these names or you can come up with your own. Bella said, hi James. Okay, and then just practice different ways of saying it. New line each time you speech, and try and make as an interesting conversation as you can. In their speech, see if you can include an adverb or subordinating conjunction. Adverbs are really good for when they say things. So like, how are you? Question mark, because it's a question rather than a comma. Asked James quietly. It's a really good time to use adverbs because it's how they are saying it. Yes? So adverbs lend themselves really well to speech, but also think about subordinating conjunctions. And if you remember that from the other day, that's things like, I'm good because I just ate. So my subordinating conjunction there is because, okay, because it connects two parts of the sentence together. All right, so give this a go. Make your own conversation between these two. You can come up with your own name to them, maybe use it to start telling a story. It's up to you. But the reason we're getting you to do this is so next week, when we do our big write of our Through the Forest story, you have subordinating conjunctions, adverbs, and speech marks all ready to go to make it a really high quality, interesting piece of writing. Okay? Off you go. Thanks everyone. See you later.